As for right now, I think I'm gonna go home, get some rest, process what just happened. This has been a hell of a day since this morning. I'll process it and then see what is the next step. But maybe MMA, but you can be sure that I'm not done here. Absolutely not. Yeah, I'm not done. Yeah.
So, what's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. We just heard there from Francis. He said he's not done in boxing. I think what he means is he's not done making a whole bunch of coin. I can't blame him for that, but listen, he did well with Fury. I heard Turkey bin Salman after the fight. I think he said to Ngannou, Tyson Fury's next for you. And a rematch does make sense, right? End of the day, Fury got put down. Fury lost the fight. It was a very close decision. So that does make sense. Let's rerun it. And that would kind of define how sharp or not Tyson Fury really is. Right? There should be no excuse now. AJ's just knocked him spark out. Fury shouldn't struggle. And I'll tell you what would be interesting. For Fury and Ngannou to have a rematch. And then for AJ and Fury to fight. Because I want to see how much BS this whole boxing triangles thing is. Because, for example, let's say Fury struggled with Ngannou again. And then went on to knock out AJ. We'd then know that it's all BS. We'll know that you can literally draw nothing from a boxing triangle. Anywho, I want to do this video because Francis really should go back to mixed martial arts. Yeah, this experiment was cool. I respect him a lot for fighting Fury in his first fight. He did amazingly. AJ's not only beat him, but knocked him spark out people. AJ don't knock no. Even Wallin, right? Even Wallin went like 5 rounds. So that tells me, and of course, again, you can't draw conclusions. Oh, well, Wallin went 5, so therefore Ngannou's 2.5 times worse than Wallin. It don't work like that, but come on. Look at AJ's career. Dillian White went like 7 rounds. Anyone who's anyone, I mean, anyone really. Charles Martin, I think, went 4 rounds. AJ, since the early days when he was fighting journeymen, doesn't knock people out in 2 rounds. In fact, he got a knockdown in the first round. Now, either AJ's progressed, which is possible. He's certainly looking more confident. He's certainly believing in himself more, I believe. And I'm hoping he scales that on. But only time will tell. Yeah, there's talk about AJ and Herkovich. That'll be interesting. I mean, if AJ knocks out Herkovich, then there'll be no more conversation for me. We know Herkovich can be hurt. We know Zhang put Herkovich down. But if AJ sparkles Herkovich, then he really popping. He really on. At that point, I'll tell you without a doubt. At the moment, I've still got AJ beating Fury and Usyk, but if he knocks out Herkovich, then he's really showing something special that he hasn't shown in his earlier career. Because even when AJ was on top, right, he fought Parker for a belt and it went 12 rounds. He fought who else? Even Povetkin and Takam. They were going 10, 11 rounds, right? Devastated Wallin. Devastated Ngannou. If he does Hergovich in 6 rounds, this is something special. This is something new. We're still seeing he's going up and up and up. I believe, from what I've seen in this last fight, I do believe he's surpassed his former peak. His former peak was kind of like probably the Dillian White fight 2015 or even the Klitschko fight 2017. Since then, he kind of came off the boil. He wasn't as snappy. I've got him at least level with them levels and probably above. He's a lot more calmer now. In the Dillian White fight, he was having a scrap, which was good to see, but he wasn't calm in the violence. That Ngannou fight, he put him down in round 1, remained calm, but remained deadly. Do you understand? In Dillian White fight, he wasn't calm, he was just deadly. You see what I mean? But to have a sustainable, deadly 12-round fight, you need to remain calm. You can't be getting excited and blowing your load. That's when you become a victim. That's when you become a passenger. Oh, damn, I'm out of gas. Now it's up to him, kind of thing. Like Klitschko. AJ wasn't calm and deadly. He blew his load in round 5, and round 6 he was literally just... was it round 4 or round 5? He blew his load, and at that point he was a passenger. And as it happened, Vlad didn't put it on him, so he survived, and the rest is history. But you get the point. Now he's showing, even when he was whooping Wallin, even when he's whooping Ngannou, he's very calm, but still dangerous. In his earlier fights, recently, where he's fallen off, in my opinion, like for example, Franklin fight, any fight in the recent history, Franklin, Ruiz too, whoever you want, Pulev, all them fights, he was calm, but he wasn't deadly. Do you understand? He was just calm, way too calm, boring calm. Now he's got almost the best of both worlds. He's punching with bad intentions, and he's calm, which makes it sustainable. I believe AJ can carry that deadliness through 12 rounds because of those two factors. You can't go in there blowing your load like a Dillian White fight or the Klitschko fight from round 1. No one can do that. Even Mike Tyson in his prime had like 3-4 rounds and he'd be gassed. So anyway, I've digressed. I'm not even sure how we got onto that topic, but the point is, Ngannou should go back to UFC. Well, he's not going to go back to the UFC now. I think too much egos are involved. But the PFL, I'm not sure. I mean, I've heard they've got some UFC fighters, but the only one we want to see. I'm hoping somehow, but John Jones seems quite loyal to Dana for some reason. Listen, Dana is in the money business, John. Yeah? If Dana thinks he can make a lot... Well, that's not true, actually. Listen, Francis should get with... And that's what I don't like about Dana White. His ego is too big. Like, he just... Things should make business sense, yeah? If the PFL come to UFC, Dana White, and say, listen, Dana, you were projected to make X amount of million for the John Jones fight. Or you tell us your projections. And we're going to add 50% on that to do it with us. Ngannou versus Jones on the PFL in Saudi. Dana White should go forward with that. It's a business transaction, but Dana brings too much of his own personal things. Oh, he's like a little girl. That's what I mean. I don't rate Dana to some extent. He's good in other ways, but certain ways, like a little girl. Oh, well, Ngannou left me and I'm not his friend anymore, so I'm not going to do business with him. That's a girl, Dana. The money should talk for itself. You should put business first. And put the fans first. End of the day, Dana, we want to see Jones versus Ngannou. And to be quite frank, you'll be in a winning position. Yeah, John Jones smokes Ngannou. He comes back to the UFC after one fight, and he's even bigger than ever. That's to your benefit. Unless you think Ngannou going to knock John Jones out. He could do. That's the whole point of having the fight. I don't believe he would, but I want to see it. I want to see if he can knock John Jones block off in them little gloves. That's the vision I want for Ngannou. I mean, and at this point, there's nothing to lose. If I was Ngannou, I'd be out on Twitter every day saying, listen, I took a risk. I went into a new sport, and now Daddy's home. Yeah? John, where you hiding at? Where you hiding at under that ring, like you was from the PED testers, Chael Sonnen? I'll be putting all these bars out there. John, come out from there. Come out from under that Jackson Winkle... What's it called? Jackson Wink? I don't know. Come out from under that Jackson Wink octagon training cage. Yeah? But don't worry, it's not the PED tester. It's Uncle Ngannou. It's Daddy Ngannou coming here to collect that chin of yours and that belt. And Dana, you big bold slaphead. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll just start putting some of them bars out there. Dana, don't let me come over there to Las Vegas and slap you on your head. I will. You know I will as well. You know I'm good for it. You know all 6'5" and 270 pounds of me are good for it. I'll come to them casinos, yeah? I've got money now. I'll come to one of them big boss casinos, put my chips down and slap you square on your head. And you know there's not enough security in the building to do nothing about it. That's the truth. There's not enough. Yeah, because the first man that comes, I'm going to clip him with a hook. The next man, he getting double-legged. And the next man, I'm going to Muay Thai him upside his head. And your whole security detail going to be swiped. That's the truth. So what you can do is, Dana, when you see me, you can let me slap you square on your head. And that'll be that. We'll let bygones be bygones. Do you understand, Dana? I'd just start rolling some of these bars out. What you got to lose? Yeah, because a man in his ego, it's a good way to tempt him, is to punk him, right? Dana feels in a powerful position. Oh, I'm the boss and I'll make the shots. Well, you may make the shots, Dana, but we all know when it's all said and done, yeah? Listen, Dana, you can take all that TRT you want, yeah? You can take all that testosterone replacement therapy you want from them moody doctors. But we know, TRT or not, I will still slap you on your head when it's all said and done. Yeah, there's not enough TRT in this world to protect you from me slapping you square on your head. Yeah? Bottom line. So if I was you, if you don't want to see my big ass in Las Vegas, I suggest you let me and John Jones run it and see if you're best bull. Because essentially this is like Mandingo fighting, isn't it? John Jones is Dana White's best Mandingo. John Jones is Dana White's best. Yeah, his best Mandingo. So get your best Mandingo out to do your heavy lifting for you. We know he ain't going to do it. We know you can't, Dana. We know you can't do the heavy lifting. Yeah, if I see you, the head slapped. That's it. Boop. That's the kind of sound it'll make. One time, right off your Bob Barnett. So get John in there. Listen, Dana, I'm living in Cameroon right now, in some penthouse somewhere. I don't really want to have to travel to Las Vegas to come confront you. So if I was you, just get the fight on. And maybe your best Mandingo can take me out. Those are the bars I'll be putting out there, people. Yeah? And I'd also throw in some bars about the fans. Like, Dana, stop making it... Like, Dana makes too much about him. It's not all about you, Dana. Yes, you've got $1 billion now, whatever. Good for you. But do something for the fans. The fans want to see. And it's not like we're asking for a favour here. You'll make record money. And, again, the last note is... that Francis should put out there is the fact that Dana's a hypocrite. Yeah, when Muck Tapper, when his favourite son wanted to go and fight Floyd, which is a big joke, right? Floyd versus Muck Tapper in boxing was a big joke. Ngannou versus John Jones in Saudi isn't a joke. That's a serious thing, right? So there's no excuse. If you let Muck Tapper fight Floyd, there's no reason you can't let two prime athletes fight in the UFC or fight in mixed martial arts rules. Bottom line. So make it happen, is what I'm saying. Yeah? And again, Ngannou can kind of mould this to benefit him. Mould this and pitch the fans against Dana. Dana, I want this fight for the fans. The fans deserve it. You're going to make more money than you would have done. You're going to get an opportunity to have your best Mandingo beat me, kind of thing. So yeah, anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. I mean, I think Derek Lewis maybe he's left and he's come. I've had a few fighters come to the PFL, but it's all old news. There's nothing really interesting me. And to be quite frank, the UFC in general, it really is just John Jones in the heavyweight division. I don't want to see Ngannou versus Stipe, even if it was possible. No one's really interested in them things. I want to see Ngannou versus Jones. That fight needs to happen, and I almost feel like if Ngannou needs to go back to the UFC, he probably should. Why not? Yeah, the boxing stick's always going to be there. You've made good money now, 2 fights, at least 20 million cash. Do it for the purity now. You've made your FU money. Go back there now, and you never know, you might knock John Jones' block off. And if you do that, great. Come back to boxing again and make more money, kind of thing. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe. And let off the bell 100%, no doubt.